This poem is dedicated to every Joseph who ever walked the earth and raised a son who was not his own. To every man whose woman says, I'm expecting, but never expected the child expected was expected to be the son of God, or so she says. Claimed conception was immaculate, no man ever touched her. Said that the angel Gabriel came to her, but you know how folks gonna whisper and say, maybe it was a mortal man that came to her, and now she pregnant with the truth she don't wanna face. And as a man in that day and age, you tell me how you save face when infidelity is rewarded by the largest stone to the face. You show me a man who stands wholly on the word of his virgin, and I'll show you a man rock solid with a mountain of love and faith. Because as men, our mountainous egos often get crushed when a loved one tells us that this baby is not yours. Or we get enraged on soundstage when Maury presents paternity test, the proud papa that says the baby is not yours but Joseph. Joseph knew that baby baking in belly had to be special, because with every month that passed by, the providence in Mary's eyes looked more beautiful, beautiful, like a sunset sinking off into a horizon when you staring into your lover's eyes and the moon and stars start rising. And he could teach Jesus how to navigate those same stars like the wise men did when they set out to find him, show him how to hold his hands in prayer position when things look grim. This is called heavenly obligation. The same reason some men can swallow their pride and raise a child that don't belong to them. And Joseph was raising Jesus without any questions, without any court-appointed child support or fighting over the right for visitation, cause this ain't a case of dead be dead. Or you are not gonna find God's picture posted up in the post office with a back pay amount printed on the bottom like he just gave up and forgot about him. No, he was always there, ready to move in with divine intervention. This was God testing, measuring Joseph's heart to see how much conviction it had, cause if it had been me, I sure would have had me some questions. Like, when little Jesus is acting up, God, do I call on you before I put my hands on him? And when he asks who his real daddy is, what do I tell him? Because you know how it is with young people. They believe they know everything and pay attention to nothing you saying. And I'm pretty sure Jesus told Joseph on a number of occasions, you ain't my daddy. And Joseph probably understood that, because it ain't every day that you get told that you are the son of God, and you would have to die on the cross for the same people that called your mama a hoe and your stepdaddy a fool. So it's cool. He would teach him how to keep his cool, learn to walk it off or walk on water, just come back stronger, because it seems the older you get, the more times get harder. And Joseph, I feel you. Every time I look at my son and I wonder what was God thinking, giving him for me to look after. I mean, could you imagine the tragedy in his chapters might have ended up like a lot of black boy stories with absentee fathers who refused to be their authors, but I gladly took credit for this ebony epic. You could even say that I plagiarized it, but not before I looked to Joseph for the edit, cause he did it all without Father's Day recognition. Just raised a boy into a man that knew his purpose, and I can only hope to do my son the same service, teach him how to navigate the stars, hold his hands in prayer position, and then maybe one day he will say that you are not my daddy, but you are my Joseph.